Hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everybody. My name is Shoujo, and welcome to yet again another episode of Katawa Shoujo. In the last episode, we was all inquisitive, like, after the previous day or so, because Emmy got sick before, and then we was with her, and then we was like, what? And then we was like, I think I likes her, and then I say we, but this is all Hasao, I got nothing here. My man's got all the more game, which we will get to in a second. Point is, my man is out there, he's like, I care, and I gotta go learn more about her. So he's like, go to sneak attack with the nurse and be like, hey, my mans, she got a mans? And he's like, nah, son, he ain't got no mans. Now they got not that mans. She might have him. Point is, you're good, home slice. And I'm like, again, not I. It's like Hasawi's like, yeah, I love it. And they go up to the roof, and they're all like chit-chatting and eating some lunch. And then, long story short, it ended with some smooches, and it was great, and it's wonderful, and I love it. My head's in a spin all throughout Mutou's class. Spin. Go out to spin class. What is a spin class? I don't know. What was that? What is that? Is that a thing still? Was that ever a thing? I don't know, but I'm curious, and I'm a kitty cat. Meow, son. So, of course, I'm going to die by the end of this question. I'm going to go have dinner with Emmy, who wants to be my lady friend, no less. A date. And then she kissed me with her fucking face. That kiss, I keep going back to it, like playing it in my head over and over again. Everything about that moment felt so right. My mind drifts off, lost in thoughts of Emmy. The only place one's mind should ever drift off into, unless you're talking about every other amazing waifu in the history of games, movies. I almost said music. And maybe that's true too, but mostly movies, television, and all of the animes, which is also television and movie. Moving on. Nakai, hello. It seems I've drifted a bit too far. What? What? Egad, you've contracted some sort of amnesia. Someone go get the nurse. The class chuckles at Mutou's antics. Haha. What a witty teacher he be. I'm sorry, sir. Won't happen again, all of that. Exactly. Mutou brightens considerably. Well, lovely to hear. I'd hate to have my star pupil slacking off, after all. I've been doing well, but I'd hardly qualify as a star pupil, I think. You know what? Why is there never star pupils? And you may say, but Shannon, there are. He literally just referenced one. No, I'm talking about in animes with the fan arts and stuff. You see heart eyes all the time. You see heart pupils, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But where is the stars? I know that probably doesn't always fit in with most fan art. And I'm definitely probably not talking exclusively about Rule 43. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm an innocent little baby. I don't know. I don't even know what those words mean. Ignore every time I've said sexually or otherwise on this channel. Point is, we need more stars in the eyes of our anime ladies. That's all I'm saying. Maybe some anime dudes too, as long as they're what? Okay, I'm fairly certain that this class is the sort that everyone kind of does well in. It's just kind of memorizing formulas. Unless you're terrible at memorizing formulas, dickhead. John Q. Dickhead. True to my word, I managed to pay attention for the rest of class. Nakai, may I have a word with you? I wonder if I'm in trouble for earlier. Sure, home slice. My dog. Am I in trouble? Mutou looks genuinely confused for a moment. Beg your pardon. He tilts his head to one side and thinks for a moment. Oh, that, no, you're not in any sort of trouble. It's just a question I want to ask you. What's that? Nothing terrible, I was just wondering what your plans are for graduation. After that. I know words. Bitch, I'm a science teacher, what do you want from me? Are you going to university? Well, I mean, I guess. I can't really see a reason not to go. Like, I don't know, not having any money. But then again, you're already going to a private school for people who don't have limbs and shit, so that's probably expensive. I don't know. Point is, one of the three people in this section right here has had no ambitions as a child, and you know what? Still got none now. Look where it's gotten me. Nowhere. I love it. Yeah, I guess. Given any thought what you want to study? No. I don't want to study anything. I just want to go to college, hook up with all the sweet ladies. I want to get my Van Wilder on. That's a reference that people probably still get. Maybe. I figure I'll come up with something when I get there. Mutou laughs. Haha, you idiot. Taking things as they come, eh? I'd argue against it, but that's kind of how I did things when I went to university. Also, my voice has changed radically since we last talked. I think it's primarily because I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit, so I can't normally do regular Mutou voice, but you know how it is. Well, not really. Oh, well, not really. I knew I'd go into a science, I just wasn't sure which one. Also, I've gone progressively more British. Ended up with physics, but I could have just as well gone for astronomy or what have you. Actually, I did go for chemistry first, but there are all sorts of things. I like chemistry. Chemistry and physics, those were cool. Chemistry, physics, but I liked science. I hate the book side of science. Like, I hate taking the time to learn too much about how everything works, but learning a little bit about everything is awesome, and I love that. And I respect people who do more than that. I just personally, I ain't got time to sit there and memorize formulas. I don't. I like to know things. I like to see cool new things. I like to see cool old things. That's why I like history. I just don't give a damn about everything in between. It takes a minute for him to recover his train of thought, but I wait patiently for him to continue. So, anyway, I did a lot of physics as well, because I had an interest in it, but I wasn't sure if that was for me. So I went back to chemistry, and here we are, yes? He smiles at me enthusiastically, as if waiting for me to confirm that yes, here is in fact where we be. Somehow I get the feeling that Mutou had a plan for this conversation, but I'll be damned if I can figure it out. I'm sorry, but I am not following you at all, good sir. Perhaps you should have been an English teacher instead. You might have learned a thing or two about communication. Not talk like Shannon. Mutou frowns and rubs his chin a bit, looking perplexed. He then snaps his fingers as if he's remembered what the point of all this was. Right, yes, you! Whatever the hell your name is. Me? Whatever the hell my name is? Yes, you should look into studying one of these sciences. You're fantastic at it. Unless you'd rather go into math. Mutou makes his obvious. Or perhaps you'd be some sort of artistic slob like that old fat fucker down the hall. Son of a bastard that he be. Why do I keep saying that something be? It's much more fun than is. It's fun to say. I don't know what you want from me. Mutou makes a sour face. Not a big fan of straight math. I always like the experiments more than the proofs. Exactly. 100%. Fuck your proofs. Love me some experiments. You're saying that I should study science at university? Mutou seems thrown off balance by my question. Well, sort of. You could also join the science club. Trouble is, there's not actually a science. It does not exist. But there could be. You could even be a charter member. A founding father. You could be the moniker of this, and I've made myself sad and confused and probably a little scared. A founding father. Of course, you'd need to find out the members. Well, only if you wanted to. Have I gone too tsundere for you? We could just start it up with the two of us, and, I could give you things to read, and we could talk about them. And I could help you get ready for university, and such as well. Wait. Mutou rummages around his briefcase and tosses me a book. Read that. If it's interesting, then we can talk about it. A Brief History of Time. I don't know if I actually want to read this, but Mutou seems pretty excited about it. What's this about? Time, space, space-time, black holes and such. And it's not that dense, just to see if that sort of thing's interesting for you. Interesting for... I said it right the first time, you understand. Hang around after class and we can either discuss it or I can show you how to make explosives in the lab. I don't give a damn. Just don't leave me here alone. He waves a hand at my quizzical expression. Joking, sorry. Still, I've kept you here long enough for now. Think about science as a career path, Mackay. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, I will. Thank you for the book, Mr. Peterson. I leave the classroom and look up at the clock. Quite a chunk of time to kill until Emmy is out of practice. Guess I'll give this book a look. Bars. I should probably shower as well. Showering before a date's only proper, right? I head back to the dorms. I wonder where I'm supposed to meet Emmy anyway. She said after practice, but she didn't really say anywhere where I could find her. I guess I can just swing by the track. That's probably best anyway. If she needs a shower, I can just wait for her in her room or something. Or in the hallway. I guess that'd be better. That probably wouldn't be as weird. Damn. I remember back in I think it was 8th grade. It was either 7th or 8th grade, and it was in this, I think it was like a life management class. Elective class thing, which didn't tell me anything about life management, by the way. As I grow slightly older, I proceed to hate school more and more and more because of all the things that they never told me about that I really should have known about. God damn you, education. God damn you all to hell. Point is, I took a class like that, and at one point, you basically got put in charge of not only setting up a life for yourself, which ended up working out really well for me in the course, because it was basically what I live now. But I was either a painter or like a freelance writer or something. Either way, point is, it was doing simple, weird, goofy, entrepreneurial shit on the side, and basically I got away with having a fuck ton of money left because they gave you a certain amount of money based on what you did or whatever, and basically I bought as little as physically possible just because I didn't give a shit. Okay, I want these 2 or 3 amenities. Would that no? Because that'd be important. Point is, I want these 2 or 3 luxuries. There we go. And then I'd live in the middle. I could live in a little shack in the middle of nowhere. I don't give a damn. Basically, I got away with all that. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the current conversation. Point is, that was a part of that class as well. But anyway, at one point we got in charge of, I guess, we were in a little team together, and basically everyone in the class had to get together in a little team, and then you'd plan this sort of vacation with those other people. And I ended up with these 2 girls who were friends of mine at the time. Kind of friends, not really. I mean, more friends than not. But they weren't in close group of mine. Point is, it was me and these 2 girls, and then basically, more often than not, they ended up planning off most things. I'm just fucking here. That's cool. Whatever. I'm with you guys. It's not like this is an actual trip either, so fuck it. But anyway, and we set all this up, and at one point it came down to the discussion of sleeping arrangements. And it ended up with this weird thing where it was this is a completely pointless story, but it ended up in this thing where it was basically a 1-room apartment hotel thing that we ended up in. And they were basically in the end, the obvious discussion of, well, there's just 2 girls and a guy. How do we set this up? And basically, well, obviously there's something that can't happen here. And I was like, I got you. We're 12. I understand. I'll just don't worry about it. You guys take the bed. I'll sleep on the floor or something. It'll be great. And it was at that point that everyone was like, couches exist, dumbass. And I was like, that would be significantly less weird than what I said. And again, this is a pointless story, but it definitely goes back to reinforce something I mentioned in a previous episode where I mentioned that I hold on to the most pointless shit that just makes me feel bad about myself. That was one of those things. It's completely pointless. It has no matter. Those people don't even know that I exist anymore. But I still hold on to that because I said that I would sleep on the floor instead of something smart like a couch. That wasn't weird. And that wouldn't have gotten the expressions I got from everyone. Oh, how I love how my mind works. Fuck. I take a quick shower, remembering to take my medication once I hop out. Goddamn. Now, take a look in this book. Something, something. Reading Rainbow. I never watched Reading Rainbow outside of the one time that I watched my man's on the Rooster Teeth. Was it? I think it was during Extra Life. It was Extra Life from a few years back that he was it LeVar Burton? Yeah, went over there and hung out because Mika works at Rooster Teeth and that's his daughter, right? Point is, when he showed up and then read "Go the fuck to sleep" to Artsy during the Extra, that was fantastic. That's the only part of Reading Rainbow I've ever seen, but that was enough. It was enough to be like, I can die happy now. I was sitting here watching Geordie LaFord over here reading "Go the fuck to sleep" to a bunch of grown ass people in onesies for the kids, and it was great. Point is, we look at the oh, we've moved on. Shit. Okay. But there's only a voice in the back of my head yelling at me to kiss her. I look in Amy's eyes. There it is. The thing I saw yesterday on the bed. It's there again. It suddenly strikes me that she's worried that I'll reject her. What a silly worry for her to have. I know, right? Redonkulous. Also, that's adorable.